Hello and welcome to the video guys, it's Militated here and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. There have been quite a few requests for me to do outfits based on video game characters and I thought that the gun running DLC will allow me to do that. After a bit of thinking, I decided that I was going to do an outfit for Ghost, Captain Price and General Shepard from Modern Warfare 2. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video and if you do then please do make sure that you leave it a like and subscribe to my channel where you can find a bunch of different outfit tutorials and glitches such as this one. If you'd like to send me an outfit then please do make sure that you send it to MilitatedYT@gmail.com or to my Instagram which is OfficialMilitated. But for now we're going to get on with the video. We're going to start off down at the clothing store and we're going to start browsing the pants section. I'm going to give you 3 different options for this outfit. So firstly we're going to go into team pants and you can select the tan combat pants. However, I think that we're all a bit too used to those so we're not going to use them for this video. Secondly we're going to go into cargo pants and select the peach camo cargo which I am going to use. Alternatively though, you can also use the peach digital cargos if you like, but I think they're a bit too bright for the outfit. But as I said, I'm going for the peach camo cargos. Either way, once you've made your selection, we're going to back out and head over to the top section. Now we're going to start scrolling down the list until we get down to the hoodies category. From here we're going to go down to the bottom of the list and start scrolling up. I've always thought that this top would be perfect for a Ghost outfit and it's the grey baggy hoodie. So now that we have that on, we're going to back out of the top section. Moving on to footwear, we're going to head over to the shoe section. In the boots category, we're going to go down to the charcoal tactical boots which are brand new. Now I think that these work very well with the outfit, but you can select whichever ones you want. After doing that, we are then going to head over to the accessory section of the store. Now that we're browsing, we're going to go down to the gloves category. From here we're going to go down to the bottom of the list and purchase the charcoal tactical gloves. After equipping those, we're just going to make sure that we save the outfit before we continue. At this point, we are then going to back out of the accessory section and head over to glasses. Now we're going to go down to the bottom to where it says gun range glasses and we're going to start scrolling through. We're going to select the orange guns for this outfit, but you can also use the black ones if you want. After you've decided, we're then going to leave the clothing store and head down to the nearest high-end apartment. Once you're here, you're then going to open up your interaction menu. From here we're going to go down to style and outfit and we're going to equip the one that we just saved in the clothing store. We're then going to close the interaction menu and sprint towards the telescope. Now press right on the D-pad as soon as you get near it and your character should just stand there instead of looking into the telescope. You should also notice that you are no longer wearing the mask. Now we're going to reopen the interaction menu once again. From here we're going to go into style and accessories and go down to glasses. Simply scroll through the glasses until you either get to the orange guns or the black guns depending on which ones you bought, but once you do have those on, you're going to walk away from the telescope. When you walk away you should then notice that the mask will then reappear but you are still wearing the glasses. We're then going to head up to the wardrobe in the apartment or down to the nearest clothing store and we're going to make sure that we save the outfit. After saving it, you are then going to leave the apartment and head down to the nearest yacht. I understand that not everyone has a yacht because they are pretty pointless and very expensive, so if you don't have one, then make sure that you fly around in a public free mode session until you find a random one. Now we're going to open up the interaction menu like we did before. This time we're just going to go into style and go down to auto show bike helmet and make sure it's set to off. Now you're going to go down to auto show aircraft helmet and make sure it's set to on. After that's been done, you're then going to go into the accessory section. From here you're just going to make sure that you remove any hats or masks that you're wearing so that you don't have anything on your head. You're then going to close the interaction menu and either get into the helicopter which is on the yacht or into something like a Maverick. Do not use the buzzard or any other helicopter which has weapons because it will not work. You should be able to see that your character is wearing the pilot headset through the front window. So now what you're going to need to do is head to the back of the yacht with the helicopter and you're going to try to gently land it into the hot tub. Now this might take a few attempts, but once you touch the water you're going to exit the helicopter. Assuming that everything goes according to plan and you don't explode, you should just be able to stand there in the hot tub. Once the rotor blades will stop spinning, you are then going to leave the hot tub and you should notice that you have the pilot headset on. Don't try to save the outfit in the yacht as the headset might disappear. Instead we're just going to head down to the nearest ammunition. Just before we head inside, you are going to need a motorbike, so if you don't have one, then make sure that you purchase one and request at your location. Again, we're going to open up the interaction menu. From here we're going to go back into style and we're going to go down to auto show bike helmet. This time we're going to make sure it's set to on. Now make sure that you close the interaction menu and then get onto the motorbike. After a few seconds, your character will then put on a bike helmet. You're then going to reopen the interaction menu and go back into style. At this point you are then going to get off of the motorbike and go down to where it says outfit. Scroll along to the one that we saved earlier on in the apartment and equip it when your character is removing the bike helmet. You should then notice that the pilot headset will glitch onto the mask and the glasses. We're then going to head inside of the ammunition and go over to the weapons section. From here we're going to make sure that we go to the top left and purchase a parachute. Now unfortunately you can't get any sort of chest harness in GTA, so the parachute straps are going to have to do. So go into interaction menu and go into style and parachute and make sure the parachute is set to on. For this outfit we're going to use the tan combat chute bag, and then we're going to go over to the outfit section. Make sure that you save it, and then we are pretty much done with the outfit, but we're going to go over one last thing. I don't normally do this, but I think that the weapon that they use is very important, so what we're going to do is head over to the weapons section of the store one more time. We're going to be using the carbine rifle for this outfit, and we're also going to put it in an army tint. We're now done with Ghost, so we're going to head on to the next outfit, which is General Shepard. So I decided to make General Shepard as I believe he is one of the most important characters in Modern Warfare 2. His outfit is very recognisable, and I believe that the Gunrunning DLC has allowed me to almost recreate this outfit perfectly. To start this outfit off, we're going to go into the nearest barber store and go into the beards category. Now we're going to go up to where it says moustache, and we're going to change the colour before we purchase it. So General Shepard is a bit aged, so we're going to go for a grey moustache. Honestly guys, I feel it is very important that you do this before we start the actual outfit. This is actually a very simple outfit, so it won't take too long, but once you do have that moustache on, we're going to leave the barber store and head down to the nearest clothing store. Okay, so now that we have arrived, we're going to head over to the pants section. Head into cargo pants and go down the list until we get to the grey digital cargos. They aren't the exact camo pattern that General Shepard has, but they are close enough. Moving on, we're now going to head over to the top section and start scrolling down the list until we get to the newly added service shirts. These come in both short and long sleeve, but we're going to go down to the bottom of the list and purchase the grey digital service shirt, which has the long sleeves. So now that we have purchased that, we're going to back out of the top section and head over to shoes. Again, we're going to go into boots, but this time we can't use one of the new ones. Instead we're going to start scrolling down the list until we get to the tan walking boots. The reason behind this is because General Shepard looks like he ties his boots really tight, and the new boots are just a bit too loose. After buying the tan walking boots, we're then going to back out of the shoe section and head over to the hats area. General Shepard doesn't wear any gloves or anything, so we don't need to go over to accessories this time. In hats, we're going to go down to the newly added beret category. We're going to select the midnight beret, which I believe is the most important part of this outfit with the moustache. We're now going to leave the clothing store and head down to the nearest ammunition to browse the weapons section. If you want to imitate General Shepard to the best of your ability, then you are going to need to buy the heavy revolver. Now I'm sure that we all remember this gun as the one that killed Ghost, but we are going to need to make sure that it has the platinum tint. After buying that revolver, Shepard is now down and we are ready to move on to Captain Price. Price is most definitely my favourite character out of the whole Call of Duty series. Aside from his voice, I suppose his most iconic traits are both his boonie hat and his beard. Okay, so to start this one off, we're going to head back down to the barber store. Now go into the beards category and you have two options. Firstly, you can use the scruffy beard, which is one I'm going for, or you can go for the Ambrose if you want a bit more of a classic quad 4 look. As I said though, I'm going to go for the scruffy beard, but we do need to change the colour because it's still white from General Shepard. Wait, no, that sounds kind of wrong. Moving on. So once you've purchased the scruffy beard or the Ambrose, we're then going to leave the barber store and go over to the nearest clothing store. We're going to head into the cargo pants section, and from here we're going to purchase the peach camo cargo. These are probably the best looking cargo pants from the update in my opinion, but for now we're going to move on to the top section. We're now going to start scrolling down the list until we get back down to the hoodies category like we did before. We're then going to go down to the bottom of the list and start scrolling up until we get to the dark grey hooded jacket. Now you can use the black hooded jacket if you really want to, but I think that this one works better. Once you've made your choice, you're then going to back out of the top section and head over to the shoe section. Heading into the boots category, we're going to start scrolling down the list until we get to the tan walking boots. However, if you really wanted to, then you could use one of the new pairs of boots. We're now going to back out of the shoe section and head over to the accessories area. But just before we start browsing there, we're going to open up the interaction menu as we normally do. Rockstar have changed this process a little bit with the Gunrunning DLC, but we're going to go into style and accessories and equip one of the new ski masks. Once you have that on, you're then going to go back and go down to where it says hood. You're then going to need to make sure that it is set to up, but as you can see they've made it look incredibly weird. Luckily the hood won't be up for much longer, but what we need to do now is go into inventory and body armor. Now you can select whichever one you want apart from the super light armor, but I'm going to go for the super heavy armor. Now we're going to go into the accessory section of the store and go into the scarves category. From here we're going to purchase the tan desert scarf and then we're going to back out. Reopen the interaction menu and go back into style. Now we're going to go into accessories and equip something like the rebreather from the gear section. You must make the hood go down with the rebreather and not any other way because it will make the scarf and the body armor disappear. In the accessory section of the store, we're then going to go into the gloves category and start scrolling down the list. Now from here we're going to purchase the peach digital armored. I decided to use these gloves because I think that the shades of tan work better than the other ones. But now that we have some gloves on, we're ready to back out of accessories and head over to the hat section. From here we're going to go into the canvas hats and purchase the light brown boonie up. You can use the peach camo boonie if you want to match the camo pattern on the pants, or you can even use the boonie down hats, but I think that they make you look like you're going on a picnic. That's just my personal opinion, but for now we're going to head down to the nearest ammunition. From here we're going to start browsing the gear section in the middle of the store, and you're either going to purchase the LCD earpiece or the grey earpiece. I decided to go for the grey earpiece because that's my favourite one, but we're now going to head over to the weapon section. We're going to make sure that we have purchased a parachute like we did with Ghost's outfit, and then we're going to back out. Now open up the interaction menu and go into style and parachute and make sure that parachute is set to on. As I said before, GTA does not offer anything like a chest rig, so the straps from the parachute are just going to have to do. Now we're just going to head over to the outfit section of the store, and we're going to make sure that we save the outfit for the last time. As we did with both Ghost and General Shepherd, we are going to be selecting a gun for Price. So considering that Price is proper SAS, we're going to make sure that he gets the MP5 and we're going to leave it as standard black. After that has been purchased, you are then basically done with all of the outfits. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please do make sure that you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, where you can find a bunch of different outfit tutorials and glitches such as this one. If you have an outfit which you'd like to send to me, then make sure that you send it to MilitatedYT@gmail.com or to my Instagram, which is OfficialMilitated. If you'd like to see me make any more video game characters, then please do let me know which one in the comment section below. If a character's name comes up a few times, then the chances are that I'll probably make a video on it, or at least try to. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be coming out with some more videos soon, but until then, I'll see you in the next GTA Online video.